Guys, we went back to 2007. Took the New England Patriots. Took Tom Brady, the GOAT, and got rid of him. And instead, we changed him out with Patrick Mahomes. Yes, that's right, guys. We are back in 2007 with the 2007 Patriots. And this time, Patrick Mahomes is the leader, not Tom Brady. Now, shout out to the Madden modding community for posting this roster. I will say the portraits, some of them are correct, some of them are not correct at all. Like, Randy Moss is correct, Wes Welker is correct. But as you go to the defense, that's when things get a little shaky. Junior Seau, that's not Junior Seau. I'm pretty sure Asante Samuel Sr. was black, not white. I don't think Hobbs was white. So some of these are kind of incorrect, like the player portraits. The actual player, like, items and actual players are correct. It's just the player portraits that are a little bit shaky. But again, like I said, guys, a squad that could have literally went undefeated, 18-0, only team in NFL history. But the Giants stopped them. Actually, was it 19-0? 16-0. Then you got the wild card. No, you got divisional, which is 17. Championship 18. 19-0. 19-0. And they couldn't get the job done. So they have Asante Samuel. They have Hobbs. They have Wilson. They have Rodney Harrison. They have Merriweather. They also have Mike Rabel, who is white, not black. They have Adalius Thomas, Junior Seau, Vince Wilfork, Big Vince right there. Offensively, they do have Randy Moss. They have Dante Stallworth. They have Gaffney. They also have Wes Welker. And so on and so on. So let's get right into the season and see how good this team could do. And we're doing multiple seasons this video, guys, because I want to see how many Super Bowls Mr. Patrick Mahomes can win. Right? So not just one, but multiple Super Bowls. I'm hoping for multiple Super Bowls. The first game Patrick Mahomes plays, he wins 38-3 versus Aaron Rodgers, versus the Jets. Okay, I gotta check out some of these rosters, because I kind of forgot who's on some of these rosters. So, let's just go through them one by one. So, this is the Chicago Bears, led by Brian Urlacher. Again, keep in mind, all these rosters are from back in 2007. How did Adrian Peterson end up on the Bears? That means that the Vikings traded him, which is really weird. I'm not sure why Adrian Peterson ended up on the Bears. Anyway, though, keep in mind, Madden, their CPU does make trades now, which is not something that has happened in old Maddens, but in the newer Maddens, this is actually a thing now, so he's kind of got to get used to it. I'm never going to get used to the fact that CPU can make trades, because it just... You end up with stuff like that. Adrian Peterson going to the Bears. And you're like, okay, yeah. Apparently the Vikings just said, hey, let's trade you Adrian Peterson. Although the Lions did trade TJ Hawkinsock to the Vikings, who are a divisional rival. So I guess anything is really possible here. And of course, Tony Romo leads the Dallas Cowboys. And that Cowboy squad is... It's pretty damn good. Orlando Brown, Dante Culpepper on the Dolphins. So, yeah. So, like I said before, back in 2007 rosters, in case you forgot what these teams look like, here you are. Because I kind of forgot for a second. When I see the Jets, I think Aaron Rodgers. I think, the new Jets. But it's just not the same old Jets. It's actually a Jets squad that sucked. Right? Because who was their quarterback? Chad Pennington. Yeah, no, this Jet squad was trash. So the fact that the Patriots just blew them out isn't really actually saying much of anything. Like, that's not a big deal. Now, this squad, the Packers with Aaron Rodgers, that was the squad to beat. That's a squad in the, what's it called? That's a squad in the NFC that is going to be dominant. And might be the team we actually play in the Super Bowl. But we'll have to wait and see. My guess is 2007. Ooh. I don't know who we're going to play in the Super Bowl. Because there's a couple good NFC squads that we could play in the Super Bowl. If I had to guess one, now that we're back at the top here. Okay, there's 2 Adrian Petersons for some reason. That's why. I don't know. I'm not sure why there's 2 Adrian Petersons. My guess is this is not really actually Adrian Peterson. This is just like a messed up version. Because also, no, this is the rookie AP. This is the vet. I don't know why there's 2 APs. Anyway, though, as I was saying, I'm going to go with the team that we're going to play in the Super Bowl here with the Packers. I'm going to say the Packers. Brett Favre, they have a dominant roster. Always in 2007 Maddens, they have dominant roster. But let's see what we got here. And by the way, all the schedules are correct for this too. So this is the 2007 roster, but also the 2007 schedule for the New England Patriots. So if we look at this, for example, this is all the teams that they played, and also there's no Week 18. Just keep that in mind. So 2017 weeks like it was in 2007, and there's no Week 18. But with that being said, Patrick Mahomes just lost his first game to the Chargers. The Philip Rivers-led Chargers destroyed the Bills, keeping the Patriot tradition alive. Beat the Bengals, okay. Not what I like to see. I am a Bengals fan. Beat the Brownies, 4-1. Now they play the 5-0 Tony Romo-led Cowboys. They beat the 5-0 Cowboys. The sad part is he can't go undefeated. And that's the sad part here. So no matter how well we finish, he did lose 1 game already. So 6-1 is what we got right now. We got 7-1. So even if he goes undefeated the rest of the time and wins the Super Bowl, it's still not going to be undefeated, which sucks, but it is what it is. Going into our bye week here. All right, so let's look at how good Patrick Mahomes is playing with this new and improved squad. No longer the Kansas City Chiefs. Now he has Bill Belichick as his head coach, and he has the Patriots 2007 roster. 22 touchdowns, 1 interception. Not much rushing, actually, surprisingly enough. And, okay, decent. I mean, I expected bigger numbers out of this. Especially with the fact that, you know, he has the best receivers. Well, 2 of the best receivers in the NFL right now. But you know what? Hey, listen. Take some time to get going. Again, like I said, it's going to be multi-year, so it's not like this is just a 1-year deal here. Week 12. He won again. 10-1 Patriots. All right. Man, mad that the Chargers did not beat them. How are the Steelers 11-1? He beat the 11-1 Steelers. How? Oh yeah, they had Big Ben. I forgot. They destroyed the Jets. They're 11-1 because they have Big Ben, and they also have Hines Ward and Heath Miller and all those other guys. And there's a lot of great players on that squad. All right, 38-0 against the Giants. So they end off the season here with a 15-1 record. If it wasn't for the Chargers, they would have went undefeated. That's so sad. It's that stupid Week 2 game. Because other than that, they dominated on every front humanly possible. Like, there's nothing that could have stopped that squad from going ahead and just winning it all. 4,200 yards, 41 touchdowns, 1 interception. 1 interception in the whole entire season? That's insane. I'm surprised Moss didn't have way more receiving yards than that. The first ranked offense, what were they defensively? I'm going to guess they're the best defense as well. Yeah, I was going to say. I'm pretty sure that they're going to be the best ranked defense as well. Alright, so pretty damn good year from the Patriots defense as well. Alright, so let's see NFL. So Patrick Mahomes was the best quarterback in the NFL, obviously. Tony Romo was number 2, Brett Favre number 3, Carson Palmer number 4. We have Joseph Asai, who was the best running back. Okay, that's not that crazy then. That Randy Moss didn't have like 1,700 yards. I keep forgetting that it's a different time period. Back in like 2007, it's a different time period than nowadays. Brett Favre won the MVP over Patrick Mahomes. Man, how the times have changed. Look at Peyton Manning in that DirecTV forehead. How the times have changed. Back in the day, Brett Favre was loved more than, well, I guess obviously more than Patrick Mahomes, but Brett Favre was the golden child. He was the Patrick Mahomes back in the day. All right, Tennessee Titans here. 9-7 Titans, and they barely beat the 9-7 Titans. And now in the championship, they got to take on the only team to give them a loss this year, the San Diego Chargers. This is the only team to give them a loss. And now they got to take them on. Oh, this is going to be fun. Because this is a lot of anger and pent-up frustration. Because this team could have been undefeated if it wasn't for this team right here. And holy crap, this team is giving the Patriots a front. I mean, okay, there we go. There we go, Patrick. Never thought I'd say that in my life, by the way. It kind of makes me want to throw up, saying, let's go, Patrick Mahomes. 176 yards. Oh, sorry, 195 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. So, Super Bowl bound. Patrick took no time at all taking this Patriot squad to a Super Bowl. And now with a, what record is this? A 15-1. So this would be what? An 17-1 record. Yeah, 17-1 record going into the Super Bowl. Oh, this is only poetic. Oh wait, no, okay. I thought it said the Giants. I don't know why. My brain saw the Giants even though it wasn't the Giants. We're playing the 13-3 Seahawks. I don't know what my brain just said. It's the Giants. When it wasn't the Giants, but that's what my brain said. So, there you go. Shout out to my brain for trying to have happiness and see it be the Giants. But let's go ahead and get right into this now. Alright, end game. Here we go. 7-0. 7-0 still. 10-0. Alright, Mahomes. First time with your new team. You're back in the old days, but you got to get the job done. And he is not getting the job done. Alright, 17-14. And Mahomes lost. Damn. I didn't mean to get out of that game so quick, by the way, but damn, he lost the Super Bowl. Just like the Patriots did back in 2007. They couldn't get the job done. Came up just 1 game short. So 17-2 was what he went. Alright, so let's real fast. Let's see Super Bowl MVP. Matt Hasselbeck. Okay. I don't know why this is glitched right here, but okay. That's kind of weird. Matt Hasselbeck was MVP though. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into this offseason though, because we have a interesting offseason to kind of rebuild some of this team. Let's go ahead and choose our draft class. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, what we do is we do the next draft class for the year. So, for example, it's 2008. This includes the Jake Long, Matt Ryan, and all these other, awesome draft class ideas or players. So, let's keep on going, though. Vance week. Looks like we had 1 injury that happened. Interesting. All right, so I believe, if I am correct, the re-signing process should be no one. I believe. Again, like I said, unless I'm incorrect here, shouldn't be anyone for re-signing. Yeah, no, we don't have to re-sign anybody. All right, good. So let's get right into free agency then. So, who's going to be available in free agency? And we already have like a absolute god squad, so it's not like we need desperately to bring somebody else in. Who retired? Because there's always a chance we lose somebody. AFC East. We lost our punter, we lost our tight end, we lost Junior Seau, Rodney Harrison, and we lost our cornerback. Wow. Okay. We lost some guys. Not as many players as I thought we might, but you know what? Oh, we lose some players, but not that much. We also have some players that regressed and some players that got better. We need a running back. I would like to have another running back on this roster. Because defensively, I feel like we're fine. But yeah, let's see who's a free agent. Let's just see who the free agents are and who is, available right now. So, oh, I can't do free agency. I just realized that. Okay, well, hang on, hold up. I not mean to retire. What I need to do is go over to... So I have this set up so the CPU does free agency. So I just have to go over... I think I have to turn off that setting. So off-season and free agency. Yeah, I'll do this. Hopefully they let me do this now. They might not. Or I might have to wait a week. Let's see. They might not let me contribute to this free agency. Which we'll still be able to see who signs where, but I don't know if they're going to let me do this. No, I can. Okay, now I can. But we lost off on the first week. So, the first week, Bob Sanders went to the Dolphins. Peyton Manning went to the Saints. Reggie Wayne's a Bronco. Fred Taylor is... Well, that's definitely not Fred Taylor's portrait. He went to the Chiefs. Tatum Bell went to the Bengals. Kendall Simmons went to the Panthers. Lee Evans, that's definitely not Lee Evans, by the way. He went to the Rams. Darren Sharper went to the Seahawks. Aaron Smith went to the Bears. And I'm just going to go through these like this. All right. So not every player signed. There's still some players left. Like I said before, I would like to get a running back. Michael Turner. Pretty sure he's black. He's not white. That's beside the point. Rudy Johnson. I'm pretty sure that this image right here is Chris Evans of the what's it called? The Bengals. But I'm gonna go with yeah, that might be a thing. Michael Turner, I'll let him go. Don't really need him. You know, honestly, other than a running back, I'm not really too interested in picking anyone else up. I'm not interested in picking up Matt Chubb. Surprisingly enough, I'm not interested in picking him up. I'm just gonna let the draft kind of give us our, idea here on who we're going to take. And I don't think Rudy Johnson's going to sign with us. So we might take a running back in the draft. There's a couple running backs coming up that are actually pretty damn good in the upcoming draft. So that might be where we kind of hedge our bets. And it looks like we did not get Rudy Johnson, which I'm not sitting here, upset about that. Let me just double check though, because sometimes it doesn't give you notifications. No, we got Rudy Johnson. Okay, so it just for some reason didn't tell me I had Rudy Johnson, but I did get Rudy Johnson. Okay, so draft time. First pick overall in the draft. And by the way, if you guys you don't remember 2008 draft, this is 2008 draft. It has a lot of great players. I feel like 2008 draft was one of the best drafts. 2009 was still really good. 2010 kind of went downhill. And then it sparked back up once we got to like the Aaron Donald draft. First pick overall, we're not going to be able to see it. Oh, that sucks. Okay, we can do draft recap after this and go back and see. For some reason, the actual menu thing is not working. All right, so first pick overall. Ooh, Jonathan Stewart. Felix Jones, Matt Forte, Ray Rice. Oh, yeah, no, that's not any question. It's Jamal Charles, unless there's someone better. It's definitely Jamal Charles. Not even a question. Get ourselves a franchise running back right there for the foreseeable future. Even though in real life, he actually had a lot of injury concerns and a lot of ACL tears over the years. But you know what? It is what it is. It's a part of football, part of life. None of these receivers. Pierre Garçon is probably the best receiver on this list so far. Mario Manningham, he was great with the Giants. But no one else really here, actually. Oh, Gary Barnidge, the barnyard animal. So good with the Brownies. Not really good at all. He just had a couple really funny games. And it just reminded me of that. Love seeing these older guys just to remember. Tyvon Branch, he's pretty good with a couple teams. I don't think there's anyone that I'm like, going crazy about here. I'm gonna let the CPU handle the rest of this because, I kind of want to see what the CPU does here. So we'll get through this draft and let's see where all these guys ended up going because I got a feeling. Usually when I do these mock drafts and stuff like that, not mock draft, when I do these videos, players go places that you wouldn't expect. So we got Craig Stevens, Terrence Wheatley, we got Marcus Howard, we got Jack Williams, we got Demetrius Bell, and Marcus Thomas. Okay, so who was the first overall pick and where did it go from there? So Chris Long was the first overall pick. The Jets got Matt Ryan. Jake Long to the Ravens. Glenn Dorsey to the Raiders. Vernon Golston went to the Dolphins. Keith Rivers went to the Cardinals. Gerard Mayo's a Commander. And at the time, Redskins. It's 2007, keep that in mind. Donnie Avery to the Bears. DRC to the Broncos. Darren McFadden to the Vikings. Brandon Albert to the Bengals. Keith Talib went to the Texans. Joe Flacco is a Falcon. That is so ironic because obviously Matt Ryan went to the Falcons in this franchise. I mean, it's not in real life. Chad Henne, anything's possible, went to the Rams. Sam Baker, okay. Deshaun Jackson's a Titan. Okay, interesting. Calais Campbell is an Eagle. Chris Johnson is a Charger. They picked him right before I picked. I would have picked CJ2K as well. That kind of pisses me off. Ray Rice is a Jaguar. Well, Jags, you're about to find out in like 4 years why that was a bad pick. Maybe 5 years. 5 years. You're about to regret your pick in like 5 years. And be like, wow, I don't think we should have picked Ray Rice. And the Ravens are in your same camp when it comes to that opinion. They're kind of feeling your pain on why they should not have taken Ray Rice either. Alright, so we got to cut some guys. Because we got 64 players on this roster. And this is not... Okay, hold up. We got to go ahead and get rid of this. Let's get rid of these guys. And whenever we have these drafts, for some reason, there's a lot of players on the roster that's kind of like weird like this, where they just pop up like this. I don't know why. It's a weird thing about this roster, about these draft classes. I guess it's just because they can't do every single player. Why do we have so many running backs? Bro, we have like more running backs than anything. Alright. I'm gonna let the CPU handle all this. I'm just gonna sim it. I'm just gonna sim it and see who they cut. They should cut all these players anyway. So I'm just gonna let the CPU do it, man. We're doing our strict rebuild with free agency and our draft. Everything else the CPU can take care of. So let's see how this ends up going and what our roster ends up looking like. So bam, bam, bam. There we go. All right, so let's look at our roster going into the season. Just lineup. Okay. I'm going to put Jamal Charles as my starting running back. I want to get him involved right away. Very similar to last year, by the way. It looks very similar to last year. All right. Yeah, no, not bad. All right, let's get right into the season. So, week 1, we take on the Green Bay Packers, which is obviously Aaron Rodgers. Not Aaron Rodgers. This is still Brett Favre-led team. It's only 2008. We beat them, okay, 1-0. Come on, we got to go undefeated one time in this franchise. There's no way we just can't go undefeated. We did it with the Baltimore Ravens with the 2000 Ravens defense. So I know it's possible in Madden. It's just really hard to go undefeated in a Madden sim. Madden simming and going undefeated is almost impossible because they love throwing some crazy losses in there that makes no sense at all. But they happen. They happen just because they happen. 5-0. We played a 4-1 Titans. I hate you so much, Madden. Why do you give us that loss? Okay. Now we play the Chargers, which is our kryptonite. Alright, and who got hurt? Well, a starting running back got hurt, which is technically our backup running back because we're using Jamal Charles. Now we played the 2-4 Arizona Cardinals. Okay. We're going to literally go one loss this whole entire season again, aren't we? If we have one loss this whole entire season again, and we just aren't undefeated, I'm going to be so pissed off. Because, bro, there's no way this is going to keep happening. We can't go undefeated. We can't do what the Patriots couldn't do in 2007. But all we do is get one loss every single time, and we're almost there, but we can't get there. This is frustrating. This is frustrating to say the least, man. All right. This is gonna be a thing. All right. Well, we went 14-1. Now we play the Seahawks. Yeah, we went 15-1. Now week 18's back, by the way, because it's only 1 year that the schedule thing was fixed like that. We went 16-1 because we can't go 17-0 because the game hates us more than anything. So let's look at us stats. Patrick Mahomes again, 36 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He's thrown 1 interception in 2 years. That's kind of actually crazy. Jamal Charles only had 123 rushing yards. Randy Moss, 1,100 yards. Defense, very dominant. Okay. Let's see. Where Peyton Manning went to the Saints. And he actually had a pretty damn good year. So, good signing by him. Yeah, there's no way. Patrick Mahomes, no, there's no way he won MVP. 4,700 yards. Oh, my lordy, bro. Yeah. And he came in number 2 as well. See? It's funny. Now Mr. Patrick Mahomes is getting the tough end of the stick now. And has to, sit there and accept the fact that he's not going to be able to win MVP every year. Let's also choose our draft class real fast. So this is 2009? Yeah. Alright, so 2009. That's our draft class, if you guys don't know. Alright, so let's see. We got a playoff game to go through. 1 win gets us in the championship. Steelers. Patriots own the Steelers, and they beat the Steelers. Oh, why is it always this team? Why is it always this team? It doesn't always have to be the San Diego Chargers. There's no way that Madden, that people want to see it always be the San Diego Chargers. Okay. No, okay. There you go. 7-0. This is like the Peyton Manning versus Brady story arc, but this time it's with what's his name? It's with Phil Rivers versus Patrick Mahomes, and he blew him out. He absolutely blew out Phil Rivers, bro. Like, stop it. Stop with this story arc of this scripted nonsense. All right, after Patrick lost his first Super Bowl with this team, let's see if he can get the job done and get an actual Super Bowl with this team. Hopefully. For the sake of this video, but not for the sake of real life. How did he go 16-1 both times? Just go undefeated, Patrick. Just go undefeated. They played a 13-4 Cowboys. And that Tony Romo-led team is dangerous. This is not a squad I would want to play in. And they're playing at home as well. AT&T Stadium. Oh, that's even more dangerous. That's even more deadly. All right, 7-0. Patrick Mahomes, is he going to lose another Super Bowl? Or is he going to get his first ring? It is still 7-0. It is 14-0. It is 21-0. And the Cowboys could not score in the Super Bowl. The Cowboys could not score. That is insane. That Patriots defense held them to 0 points in the Super Bowl. Oh my lordy. So Mahomes finally gets a ring. Finally gets a ring with the Patriots after 2 16-1 seasons. And hoisting him up as he is the champion here. Randy Moss. Got Mr. Mahomes. I'm going to guess he wins MVP. That would be probably my initial guess here. Is he wins MVP. Yeah. Oh, man. Listen, I respect Patrick Mahomes, but I sure damn do not like him. And he had 1 touchdown in that game. The MVP should be their defense, who did not give up anything. Now, all my Madden Sims lately, defensive players have been winning MVPs, which is kind of crazy. So I wouldn't be surprised if this actually is a defensive player who won MVP. because that's been kind of the trend for a lot of my videos lately. It's for some reason defensive players keeps winning MVPs. Nope, Mahomes won MVP. And by the way, this finally updated. So it updates the year after. No, actually, no, I think I'm stupid. I think it updates once I sim it. Who got hurt in the Super Bowl? Vince Wilfork got hurt. Okay. Well, it's the offseason, so that doesn't really matter too much. Let's go 1 week. And if we go 1 week here, I think it will update and actually fix itself. And we'll be able to see what happened. There we go. Yeah, so it updates here. Okay. Bill Belichick was Coach of the Year. And Patty Mahomes was the MVP. Nice. Alright, let's skip him forward 1 week. And I don't know if we have to re-sign anybody yet. Other than maybe like free agents we had last year. But we didn't, I don't think we signed any free agents last year through short contracts. Yeah, no, we don't have any free agents. Okay, so now let's talk about the beautiful elephant in the room. And that is free agency. Also, let's see who retired. Let me see that real fast. We signed a new defense coordinator. That's cool. Retired. There we go. Go to the Patriots. Teddy Bruschi retired. Oh. Okay, well, we're going to eventually have to replace our linebacker here. Who? DeMarcus Ware is available. Well, we have all the money in the world right now, so we are definitely going to throw a contract to him. Julius Jones. Okay. Dallas Clark is available. Sure. How old is he? He's 30. Okay, that's not the oldest. Charles Woodson is available. He's 33 years old. A little bit old for my taste, I'll be honest with you. Chris Henry, R.I.P. Chris Henry. Alright. Not really gonna be any interested in anybody else there. Actually, let's go back and let's go ahead and go forward one. This is 27-year-old DeMarcus Ware, too. We got DeMarcus Ware. Hold up. We didn't get the other guy, though, right? No, we didn't get the other guy. We didn't get Dallas Clark. He went to the Raiders. Really? The Raiders? Why the Raiders, bro? Of all teams you could go to, I want to go to the Raiders. Not in 2007. Maybe nowadays. Maybe, because they got the new, Las Vegas. But that was back when they had the Oakland Coliseum. And I wouldn't go there, but don't hate the Raiders fans. Though you guys aren't really that scary anymore. The Raiders used to have that stigma of being actually like scary and menacing. Nowadays it's like they're Las Vegas, man. Las Vegas, the scariest thing in Las Vegas is gambling and losing all your money. That's pretty much it. Alright. Here we go. So now this is actually updated correctly so you can actually see. First pick overall, the Texans take Matthew Stafford. Second pick is Jackson Smith. Third pick is B.J. Raji to the Broncos. Tyson Jackson goes to the Lions. Okay. Aaron Curry goes to the Raiders. Brian Arakpo goes to the Colts. Andre Smith to the Cardinals. Brian Cushion to the Rams. Clay Matthews to the Bills. Okay. Robert Ayers to the Bears. I think he actually played there in real life, I believe. James Laurinaitis. Jeremy Maclin to the Jets. Michael Crabtree to the Bucks. Vontae Davis to the Dolphins. Falcons got Malcolm Jenkins. Hakeem Nicks to the Eagles. Darius Haywood-Bay to the Ravens. Let's see. Ziggy Hood to the Saints. Larry English to the Vikings. Andy Levitre to the Bengals. Donald Brown to the Chiefs. Everett Brown to the Saints. I couldn't see with the colors. Louis Delmas to the Steelers. Patrick Chung to the Jags. Marino to the Packers. Percy Harvin, old Vikings guy, went to the Commanders. Ray Amugala went to the Chargers. I probably butchered that name. Connor Barwin, the old Commanders, connection with J.J. Watt. And now we're up. All right, so Mike Wallace went before our pick. All right, let me think. Who is the pick here? Jarius Bird's amazing. I know that. LaShawn McCoy is also amazing. But we're now getting into a draft of players that are really some crazy great players. Hold up. Middle linebackers, right? Nothing like too crazy standing out to me. Brandon Williams, well, that's actually that's not Brandon Williams, right? That's not Ravens. Brandon Williams. I'll be honest with you. I probably we need a wide. Why do we need a wide receiver? Do we not have? There is none of these receivers ever pan out in the NFL. Brendan Britt is the best pick here. Why do we need wide receivers? That's my question. That's my first question. Because do we not still have Wes Welker? We do. Outside of Wes Welker and Randy Moss, though, we don't really have receivers. See, I would have went Mike Wallace then. If I could have picked that, I would have went Mike Wallace. Ugh. Okay, I don't really like this draft now. I'm gonna go with a wide. I'm not going Kenny Britt in the first round. I can't do that. That's sacrilegious. I guess I go with. We don't really need a tight end though. That's another problem. When was Gronkowski's draft? Was it not 2009? It might have been 2010. Cause I want to take Gronkowski when his draft comes. I think it's next year his draft. I'm just gonna take Darius Butler. Because Darius Butler is a good player in the end. I'm going to sim the rest of this draft, guys. Hey. Alright, so let's take a look at how this draft ended up going. So, we took Darius Butler, William Moore, Martin, Hartline. Okay. So, for the most part, we looked through all these picks already because we actually watched the draft as it unfolded. But just a little update here. Brian Cushing went to the Rams. I don't know if we looked at that or said that. But not bad. It is kind of fun to see, players go to different places, though, and change up, kind of the narrative of what you think of that said player. You're like, oh, yeah, that was a Bronco. And then they end up on the Chiefs, and you're like, oh, well, that's, not what I expected, but come on, let's go, boys. So, we got another season, 16-1, 16-1, Mahomes both years, so absolutely freaking dominant. Hate to say that out loud. Listen, okay, I'm a little butthurt of a Bengals fan, so I don't like Mahomes. I get it, he's a great quarterback. I get he's amazing, but, a little bias against him. And the fact he can't go undefeated just shows how mid he is. No, I'm just kidding. That's more of a Madden problem than a Mahomes problem. Alright, so let's look at the roster going into this upcoming year, guys. So we have a just lineup. Let's go to this. And this is what our roster looks like. So Jamal Charles is 76 overall. I guess I'll put him as a backup running back then. We still don't really have a wide receiver 2. I'm sorry, 3. But you know what? Mahomes is going to have to make it work, bro. Make it work, Mahomes. That's what you're going to have to do here. We still have a great squad, by the way. But 16-1 is the number we have to beat. So let's see. First week. Okay, they win. 2 new injuries. We lost our tight end, we lost our running back, and we lost our backup left guard. Alright, so getting out of this is we started off the year in a good spot. Week 2, we play the Cleveland Brownies. Please don't lose. Just don't lose. Okay. And we got another injury. We played the Tennessee Titans. We won. But the question is, who got hurt last week? Because I didn't look at injuries. We lost our D tackle, Mike Wright. Okay, so losing more offensive linemen, it looks like. Never a good thing for us. Week 4? Come on. Keep winning. Come on, Mahomes. I want one undefeated season, okay? I want an undefeated season. That's all I want right now, is just to see this team go undefeated so we can say that Mahomes did it and Brady couldn't. Even though this is a video game and not real life. I don't care. They got DeMarcus Ware, okay? There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to go undefeated with this squad when you got DeMarcus Ware in his prime. You got young, prime-time DeMarcus Ware. It's like the best thing you could ever ask for. Alright, here we go. Week 8. Also, crazy how Mahomes did not win the MVP at all so far. He's not done it yet. The 1-9, 1-8, whatever, Bengals, and he destroys them. The 5-4 Steelers so far has beaten them in every single matchup so far. Won 35-0. Now the 6-3 Cowboys. All right. Interesting. Okay, the Dolphins beat them last year. Dolphins was the team that beat them. 42-7. All right. Chargers, you know we have to play them because they're our kryptonite. 51-21. I don't think Mahomes is messing around anymore, guys. 6-6 Bills. Okay. The 3-10 Dolphins. It should not be a loss, guys. Please. Okay, we squeaked by. 6-8 Jets. And we won 15-0, guys. Come on. Keep it going. Are you kidding me? You literally lose week 17. Who got hurt? I think I broke my finger. Add insult to injury. We played the Bucks week 18. Watch us win. Of course we win. Of course we win week 18. We win week 18, but we can't win week 17. Bro. What was the final? 4,300 yards, 43 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Mahomes done 3 interceptions in 3 years. It's pretty damn good. But it's still the same. DeMarcus Ware at 19 sacks, by the way. Great pickup by me there. It's the same old to end off the year, though. How is Mark Bolger? He actually was the Rams quarterback for like his whole career, pretty much. And then he backed up Joe Flacco at the end of his career. He got paid a bag to do that, by the way. But he's still not MVP. Oh, he is MVP. All right, so Mahomes finally won MVP. Bill Belichick wins Coach of the Year pretty much every single year. 15-1. Ah, that's so annoying. All right, they won the wild card. Now they play the Chiefs. Oh, sorry, divisional. Now they play the championship against the Chiefs. They won that, and now they're in the Super Bowl versus Brett Favre and the Packers. Okay, well, back in the Super Bowl. Could have been undefeated. Could have been 19-0. But decides that they want to go 16-1 for the 3rd straight year. Actually, no. First year was 15-1. Last 2 was 16-1. Because the first year, there was no Week 18. All right, 7-0. I feel like they're going to win this game, man. And I feel like they just like to lose 1 game per year. That's the Patriot way now. At least the 1 game they lose isn't in the playoffs where they would lose and not win the Super Bowl. But there you go, another ring for Mahomes. Back-to-back rings. And honestly, at this point, I don't think there's anything that's going to stop Mahomes from winning 7 rings. I really don't think there's anything that's going to stop Mahomes from going and winning 7 rings. Because, dude, like, he's unstoppable at this point. This is definitely going to be unstoppable. I still cannot believe that he lost that Week 17 game. Again, it's not that big of a deal, but it is. It's a big deal because he easily could have won it and went undefeated. and been the first undefeated team to go win it all. But somehow, someway, he fell short, and now he's holding up a 18-1 trophy. Yeah, imagine that, 18-1. Couldn't be perfect. All right, let's see. We should have all of our guys re-signed still for another couple years, so we should be good. We shouldn't have to re-sign anybody. Even with injuries, we still had a great, fantastic season, and we're gonna hopefully have another fantastic season next year. Let's look at our draft class. Wait, what? This is not correct. Did I do auto-generated rookies by accident? Alright, so if you ever have this problem, by the way, and you see like it's auto-generated rookies and you're like, I don't want to have that, you can just go to edit players right here and then input local draft class, and then you can change that to like 2009, 2010. This would be what, 2010? Yeah. And now it's the correct draft class. So in case you're ever wondering, that's how you edit draft classes. It's not hard to do, but it's something that not everybody knows. But anyway, though, this is the draft class we're looking at. Is this the Rob Gronkowski draft class? This is the Tim Tebow draft class. This is the Rob Gronk. Okay, so I think he should be available when we pick, but he might not be. He might not be available when we pick. And I don't want to miss out on Rob Gronkowski, especially because he ends up becoming our superstar. In real life, I think, when did he go to the Patriots in real life? I want to say he went to the Patriots in real life in like the 3rd round. But I don't think, I think Aaron Hernandez, I believe, was a higher pick than him. Trade center, I'm going to have to trade for an early round, 1st round pick. Let's see, I'm just going to trade a future pick here. A 1st and a 2nd in the future, and I don't want the number 1 overall pick. I don't really care that much. I don't think he'll be a number 1 overall pick, that's why. Fine, I'll give you a 3rd. Another 3rd in there with that. Bro, I'm not going to give you 2 firsts for the future. Okay, first off, who has like, I don't really want the 10th, I want the 7th. 7th seems good. I feel like that is enough compensation for a 1st. I don't know. I feel like a team would take that. I'm starting to think that EA right now is trying to hose me. They're trying to hose me. Oh, yeah, I'm an idiot. Okay, well, so I should have just offered my 1st round pick and then offered these other things. Because then they will usually accept that. So I should have just offered my 1st round. I don't know why I forgot to offer my 1st round pick. But, yeah. So, okay. I guess they're still stingy on giving up this pick. But, okay. Hold up. Listen, okay. You get a 1st, right? I'll give you a 1st in the future and a 1st this year. Okay, I'll give you a 2nd in the future, a 1st, and then a 1st. You guys are literally the most annoying freaking franchise I've ever dealt with. Thank you for Rob Gronkowski. Let's look at free agency. All right, so free agency, who's available? Matt Hasselbeck, no one good. Brett Favre. Ha! Welcome, Brett Favre, man. Welcome, Brett Favre. All right, so I'm not really interested in free agency then. Let's get right to the draft. So we have the, number 7th overall pick. And we're definitely taking Rob Gronkowski. That's not in question. He's going to be our future tight end, superstar tight end for the future. Outside of him, we did trade away some picks, so we're not going to have as... no, we didn't trade away any picks this year. We traded away picks in the future. Which means in the future, that's a future problem. See, that's a problem that Mike Gamer is going to have to deal with. It's not a problem that currently that Mike Gamer is going to have to deal with. That's future problems. All right. Let's get right into the draft. First pick, Sue. It's not surprising. Second pick's Eric Berry. Third pick's Matthew Stafford. Fourth pick's Gerard McCoy. Trent Williams. And Tyson Alau. And we are going to be taking Rob Gronkowski, even though he's the number 2 tight end ranked. But I am taking 84 speed. He has 84 speed. That's so bad. I mean, you never know he's the fastest tight end. Ryan Matthews. Oh, wow. Joe Hayden. Where does Jermaine Gresham go then? Because Jermaine Gresham was actually pretty decent in the NFL. He's not Rob Gronkowski, but he was pretty decent. Garrett Morgan, Micah Tupati, Kareem Jackson, DT, RIP, Demaryius Thomas, CJ Spiller, Devin McCourty, Patrick Robinson, Jerry Hughes, Anthony Davis, Terrell Trout, Best, Brian Beloga, Linval Joseph, Golden Tate, Earl Thomas, Jermaine Gresham. He goes to the Seahawks. Okay. So a little bit later on in the draft, he went. Nate Allen, Sean Lee. Oh, nice. A Cowboys legend. Lamar Houston, Marquise Pouncey, TJ Ward. Toby Gerhardt is a second-round pick. Guess Tim Tebow went to the Cardinals. Okay. Carlos Dunlap. Kyle Wilson. I don't know if he's actually white in real life. Taylor Mays, the Bengals guy. 49ers and Bengals. Chris Cook. Brian Price. Okay. I'm just going to skip forward. Actually, no. I'll keep doing this because we're about to pick here. We're about to pick in the second round here. All right. And our pick is now up. All right. Who is available for us? End of the second, early third round pick. Jared Valdier. Okay. It still wants us to take wide receivers, which kind of does make sense. Eric Decker. Eric Decker went to the Broncos in real life, and he was actually pretty solid. He wasn't the greatest, but he was pretty solid overall-wise. So, going to be interested to see where he, how good he does in his franchise, but he was actually pretty solid in real life. So, I'm going to be excited to see if he can blossom. Hopefully. Who else did they give us is the question, though. They gave us Eric Decker. They gave, well, we selected him, actually. My bad. Yeah, no one else really that good, to be honest. All right, let's get right into the season, guys. You know what I'm going to do, actually? Before we do anything, let's look at free agency. Because sometimes after the draft and stuff, there are free agents who are available who are pretty damn good. And I want to see who's available here. Is there a wide receiver available? Santana Moss. I'm going to sign him, and I don't know if he'll stay on the roster or the CPU would just cut him. But if they don't cut him, then, I mean, he could make the roster because he should be a good receiver. I know he's older, and that's why he's on free agency, and his overall sucks. But still, even with that being said, I think he still should be a solid number 3 option. I mean, I would think even at his age, he'd be a high-end wide receiver 4. Low-end wide receiver 3, high-end wide receiver 4. All right, week 1. Bills. It's going to be another 16-1 season. Really not looking forward to a 16-1 season. All right, so here's our offense. Here's our defense. Looking a little bit worse than when we first started, but that's just kind of football, you know, players regress. All right, let's get it, boys. Bills week 1. Starting off the year with a loss. Damn. You know what the good thing is? I don't have to go through the whole entire year and think that, well, maybe we're going to go undefeated, and we don't. So, I guess that's the positive note here. We destroyed week 2. And we lost Santana Moss. Well, there goes Santana Moss. If you thought Santana Moss was going to be on this squad for the whole video, I hate to tell you, but it's not going to happen. Watch us go 16-1. Watch us go 16-1. Oh, we lost again. 2-2. Wow, we suck. We have another injury. Oh, how does this work now? You know, I was thinking about this. How would this work if Patrick goes down with injury? Because now Patrick's hurt. And that seems like really counterintuitive of this franchise. How did we win without Patrick? Bro, what? How are we winning without Patrick Mahomes? Is this like the automatic that he's a system quarterback? We are winning without Patrick Mahomes, guys. Okay? Are we just like realizing that even without Patrick Mahomes in there, we have been undefeated since he went down with injury? We haven't lost a game since he went down with injury. Who's our quarterback? John Beck. John Beck is undefeated since Patrick Mahomes went down with injury. Don't get me wrong, I know we still have a great defense, right? We still have a great offense. But still. We're 7-2 with John Beck at quarterback. Okay. Patrick Mahomes returned, and this is his first game back from injury. And since he went down, John Beck literally led this team to an undefeated record. Patrick comes back from injury, and he barely beats the Steelers. I am amazed. I'm actually low-key amazed that this is... John Beck just did that. John Beck just said, I will be the greatness for you. We're going to go 15-2. It's pretty much, at this point, guaranteed. We're going 15-2. Enjoy our 15-2 record. We're never going to go undefeated. Oh, no, we lost again, 13-3. Ooh, we're changing it up here, guys. Getting a little creative with this. And we went 14-3. Okay. A little worse. We did digress a little bit with our team. We played the Dolphins again. But let's see the overall stats. Mahomes had 4 interceptions. John Beck had 10 touchdowns, 1 interception, 1,100 yards. Bro, man said, I will handle it myself. Well, yeah, and also our running back went freaking off this year, so that's a huge plus. Mahomes didn't even come in the MVP race for, well, obvious reasons. He got hurt, but... All right, let's see what ends up happening now that Mahomes is back for the playoffs. And he wins divisional championship versus the Steelers. Let's see. And he lost. He played the Steelers in this franchise so far, what, 5 or 6 times? And he won every single time but that time right there. Damn. I mean... And the Steelers lost the Super Bowl. That's sad. Steelers lost the Super Bowl as well, man. They got there, but they just couldn't get the job done. Yeah, no. Mahomes, 3 Super Bowls now. Well, actually, in this franchise, 2 Super Bowls. And now he didn't make it back for a 3rd one. That is wild. Absolutely wild. All right, guys. I think I'm going to end off the video there. Just want to do a couple seasons. Obviously, we ended up doing 3 seasons here. But, listen, at the end of the day, Mahomes, for the 2007 Patriots, don't ask the question why he played for all these other teams. I have no idea. But for the 2007 Patriots, pretty damn good career. I mean, we played, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 seasons. 4 seasons. He won 2 Super Bowls in those 4 years. So, 2 out of 4 Super Bowls. I mean, did he digress a little bit? I guess this season he did. He got hurt, and that was a problem. But this team is still a Super Bowl squad, man. This team is still a Super Bowl squad. I'm actually going to sim 10 years in the future, okay? I'm not going to use the correct draft classes. Actually, I will. I'm going to use correct draft classes. I'm going to sim until 2020, okay? I'm going to cut here so that you guys don't have to, like, watch me do all that process. And we're going to see what ends up happening. Hang on, guys. All right, first year since I let the CPU take over completely, Cowboys beat Patriots 14-7 in the playoffs. So, I'm sorry, in the Super Bowl. So, they got back there, couldn't get the job done. Patty Mahomes falls short, and just like that, 14-7. Not what you want to see. At least they made it back to the Super Bowl. That's a huge W, at least, right? But overall wise, let's go ahead and go into next season, guys. Also, a little side note here. This is what the squad looks like after the CPU took over. Yeah, it's a little worse. Wait. Okay, yeah. So they don't really have a left tackle. Wide receivers are kind of a mess. It's a interesting squad, but yeah, that's after the CPU took over, guys. Starting to think that the Cowboys Patriots is just how this season, every season's going to go in his franchise. Because that's exactly what happened again, and this time the 16-1 Patriots under Patrick Mahomes actually got the job done. This team does not look like it did when we started this video off, guys. That's truly an amazing difference, I'll say. 4,100 yards, 38 touchdowns, 1 interception. MVP. Just want to take a look at this real fast because obviously, you know, MVP of the Super Bowl was actually DeMarcus Ware, but Mahomes did win MVP overall wise. So let's get into the next season, guys. And they missed the playoffs. Okay, so first year, not missed the playoffs, sorry, they missed the Super Bowl. They went 13-4. Made the playoffs, but went 13-4. And this is what we got. This squad is slowly breaking down, guys. It is crazy to see how much they are breaking down over time now. So, decent season. They lost in the divisional round to the Bengals. So they made the playoffs, didn't win the conference though. Who won the conference? That was the Brownies. What? They were number 2 seed then. And they lost in the second round of the playoffs. Wow, they remind me of the Baltimore Ravens. Anyway, though, the Jets won the Super Bowl. I guess this was the odd year where things that don't make sense make sense. By the way, I believe Bill Belichick has won Coach of the Year every year in this franchise so far, which is kind of crazy. Also, a little side note here before I end this off. Let's actually look at his stats. So, Mahomes, I mean, good year. Randy Moss, obviously, I think he's either retired or he left us. I think he left us. I don't think he's retired. D. Ware is still on this team, though, which is crazy. Another year, another non-Super Bowl for the Patriots. And the slow breakdown of the Patriots here as Mr. Patty Mahomes is up there in age, man. He's getting old. And when he gets old, it starts to not work like it used to. And I mean the Super Bowls, okay? He still won MVP. He went 12-5. Didn't go to the Super Bowl. He is also 34 years old. It is what it is. We'll see who wins the Super Bowl, though. And it's going to be... Actually, let's look at the roster real fast, and then we'll look at the Super Bowl. So, roster update. Wes Welker is still on the roster. Rob Gronkowski is still on the roster. Roster. We have D. Ware, who's on the roster, still. And I'm trying to see, who did they draft? So they drafted Allen. Okay, well, that's not the correct player there, but not sure, though. I don't remember who he is. So that might be the correct player item. I don't know. But nonetheless, though, very interesting. All right, so let's see who wins the Super Bowl. Seahawks, Bills. Who is it, baby? Come on. It's going to be the Bills. They finally won a Super Bowl. That is actually kind of... Wait, nope, the Seahawks won. I don't know why I thought it said the Bills had 28-21. Yeah, shout out to the Bills. And Mahomes got back there again. So, back to the Super Bowl. The CPU actually signed Mahomes to a 1-year contract extension. So, if they can't work out another contract with him, he could technically leave after this year. But at the same time, he is now 35 years old. So, we're getting to a point now where I feel like he's up there in age, man. And eventually he's going to retire. 20 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Man, it feels like Peyton Manning at the end of his career, where he was like barely hanging on and they kept him because he was Peyton Manning and it was exciting to have him, but This is not the same Patrick Mahomes that we saw at the beginning of this franchise, guys. This is an old, broken, brittle version of the once great. Okay, this is so weird to say because, like, in real life, he's still great. But nonetheless, though, let's see if he can win another Super Bowl. And he might actually, if he wins this Super Bowl, go out on top and just be like, hey, I'm a Super Bowl champion. I did it again. This would be his 4th ring. If he wins this Super Bowl, this will be his 4th ring in this franchise. 5th overall, because obviously they won without. Before this, the Chiefs won. But there's his 4th ring in this franchise. 5th ring overall, 4th ring in this franchise. So he's technically 2 away from tying Tom Brady. But still, 5 rings is nothing to, scout about. It's just the weird thing is, one of his rings are from the future in 2023. But, magic. Magic in the air, guys. There we go. 4th ring. Holy crap. This man just did it again. Alright, well, we're going to see if he can continue doing this, or if it's going to just be, his last year. He might retire after this year. This might be it, boys. We'll see if he continues, though. Alright, 13-4 season, but sadly, no playoffs. I'm sorry, no Super Bowl. Keep thinking, man. It's like, to this team at this point. Alright, sorry, I had to sneeze. At this point, it's either a Super Bowl or bust for this team. That's pretty much how I look at it. 36 years old, Patrick Mahomes, and, hey, listen, still getting the job done with 13-4, won the division, just couldn't get all the way there. How close did he get? Is my question. Because it's Titans-Vikings, that's an interesting playoffs here. But, oh wow, he lost in the wild card. See, that's when Brady knew he was done. Was when he lost with the Patriots in the wild card, and it was like, okay, I'm like, there's 0 chance you're getting back there in any way. When you start losing the wild card, that's when it's time to hang it up and call it quits. Cause it's like, okay, I'm losing in the wild card. He's coming in 7th in MVP race. I'll be interested to see if he does retire or not. Who wins? Let's see who wins this game. Vikings, Titans. Vikings have yet to win a ring, and same thing with the Titans. And the Titans win in the end. Is Mahomes done? Hold up. Patriots. Vince Wilfork retires, but not Mahomes. Mahomes is still kicking it, bro. Alright. 5 rings. 5 rings. 4 in this franchise, 1 before this franchise. Super Bowls, 6. Championship, sorry, 6. But let's go ahead and see. So we have the 2017 draft class. So that's going to be this draft class right here. We'll see how this goes. And the first year the Patriots do not make the playoffs. They go 9-8 and they miss the playoffs. Kind of crazy, but I think it's time that Patrick Mahomes goes to a retirement home, because I think the Patriots might be done with Patty Mahomes now, man. This is not the same team we started this video off with, man. This is a different squad altogether, and now a squad that is kind of iffy. I don't know, man. The CPU, they don't do that good of a job, I feel like. I mean, I guess they're also not more aggressive like a user would be, right? Like me or anyone who's doing this would be more aggressive. Comes in 9th in MVP race. If he's still on this team, if he does not retire after this year, I will be heavily surprised. And let's see who wins the Super Bowl, by the way. Saints beat the Jets. Okay, retirements. Patriots? You gotta be kidding me. He's coming back for another year. It is the Brady all over again. At some point, my guy, you gotta just call it quits. Hang it up and say it's over. What year are we on, by the way? I gotta check this again. 2018. Okay. This is the 2018 draft. This is the Lamar Jackson draft. So if you're ever going to get a new quarterback, Patriots, this is your quarterback class to do it. You have Lamar Jackson, you have Josh Rosen, you have Josh Allen, Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, Mason Rudolph. This is the year to do it, Patriots. This is the year. All right, 13-4. They made the playoffs, but failed to go anywhere. They lost in the wild card again. Another wild card loss for them. And you guessed it, Patrick Mahomes is trying to be the age-old wonder here and last freaking forever. He's trying to pull a Tom Brady, except Tom Brady was actually still successful when he was 38 years old. I mean, 13-4 is good, man, but to lose the wild card in the first round, it's like, you're kind of, you know, putting lipstick on a pig here, okay? You're kind of just pushing off the inevitable, right? It's going to happen eventually. It's going to be GG, man. Just, might want to just accept the fate. And Preston Smith is on that team. Okay, interesting. Yearly awards, he came in, not even in the MVP race. Like, he's 38 years old. He's going to be 39 next year. I think it's time, Patrick. Hang up your space boots and walk off into the sunset. Seahawks win 31-7. And is it official? I didn't mean to go scout players. I meant to go to actually wait, retirement's not here? Oh no, here we go. 2018 retirements. Patriots. There ain't no way. There ain't no way this man is not retired yet. Dude. At some point you gotta give it up. And I don't know why it selected a random draft class, but import local file 2019. This is, again, another year where there's some decent quarterback, not really decent quarterback options. Honestly, I would stay with Patrick at that point. 12-5, and they lost in the playoffs. And Patrick Mahomes is currently 39 years old. Yeah. We'll look at the roster in a second, but they lost in the wild card yet again. Not much changed from this team every single year at this point. It's now a sad reality for the Patriots that they are a wild card, one and done squad. Patrick Mahomes at 87 overall. Yeah, things have changed, okay? Things have gotten worse and worse and worse and worse for them. And stat-wise, Mahomes has 28 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Jay Ajayi is their running back. Curtis Samuel is their wide receiver. Their sack leader is Preston Smith. Demario Davis is on their squad. Like, things have changed so much. Is this it? Is this it for Patrick Mahomes? Is he calling it quits? Is he putting up the curtain here, walking off into the sunset? And ain't no way. I don't get it. I just don't get it at this point. Is he ever gonna? The Jets won a Super Bowl. Is he ever gonna retire? All right, so if you're the Patriots here, right? This is the 2020 NFL draft. This is the Joe Burrow draft. This is the Tua Tagovailoa, Justin Herbert, Jordan Love, Jalen Hurts. This is a lot of good quarterbacks. You know, I know you love your 39-year-old quarterback, but you could move on from him and go somewhere else, Patriot. Please, 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 Patrick, just retire. You went 8-9 and missed the playoffs. You're not a Super Bowl team anymore. Like, dude, you need to retire at this point. There's no way he's still kicking it. He's 40 years old. Oh my lordy. He's still doing it, guys. He's still going for it. He's still trying to win Super Bowls. And you got to give him credit for that. Somehow, some way, the Patriots did not try to trade up and take Joe Burrow or any of the quarterbacks, which I'm heavily surprised about. And he's not done yet. I mean, he's not done yet. I'm now in 2020, and I don't have another draft class that's realistic in real life. So, I'm now at a point where we're going to have to use custom creative players. Because I didn't expect him to last past 2020. Hang on. Alright, Patrick, he did it again. He got back to a Super Bowl. And, yeah, didn't have the greatest season of all time. Barely squeaked his way through it, but he got back to the Super Bowl. And hopefully, if he wins this, he goes out on top. Because did he retire or did he go to another team? He didn't retire. So, Mahomes left us and became a Cincinnati Bengal. And he is now the starter over Jared Goff. So, this is quite interesting. He left us, went to the Bengals, and became their quarterback. Tua now is our quarterback over here in New England, and we were the 6th seed, and now we're in the Super Bowl versus the 7th seed. And by the way, the Bengals didn't make the playoffs with Patrick Mahomes at quarterback, because for some reason, he does not want to retire. I don't understand it, man. He went to the Bengals and went 6-11. What are you doing, Patrick? Just call it quits. It's over. You had a great run. And the Patriots got destroyed in the Super Bowl by the Lions. Is it over? Can we officially... He officially retires. He officially retires after 21 long years. Listen, Patrick, you had yourself a fantastic career, my man. A fantastic career. At 42 years old, you finally gave it one more shot with the Cincinnati Bengals. But you ended up falling short. And since your 2007 campaign, you won 4 Super Bowls. Somehow, some way, one of them was in 2023. One of your 5, but you won 4 in this franchise. You had a fantastic career, man. You couldn't go undefeated, but you got pretty damn close. And that is all that matters in the end. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Here's all his awards, by the way. Peace out, guys.